Morning, lads. How we doing? Just loaded up stream, so I've only just seen chat. Got the missus fucking blending up some smoothies over there. Apologies for the noise. Just give me some right evils now. um, right, let's get on. Got a couple of trades I'm already looking at. Dollar Swiss, waiting on this pullback. Whether that fills all of that FVG, we're not sure, but it would line up with a retest of that support. And the dollar would be pretty volatile at the moment, so expecting a 61.8 would probably be a little bit foolish, I don't know. But yeah, we'll just see. We'll just analyze this for now and see on the dollar Swiss. I have checked previous retracements, and it does come back to the 78.6 a few times. Dollar Swiss. I remember from trading dollar Swiss a long time ago that it is one of those pairs that doesn't really retrace as much to the 78.6 as other pairs. But with the dollar at the moment being quite in the spotlight, we might get a deeper retracement. So we'll have to see. But a huge fair value gap got left behind yesterday from this. Same with a lot of dollar pairs. So we were already in cable buys. If you remember, we actually hedged this drawdown, managed to make 1% from this drawdown, and then price retraced, and we've actually closed TP1, almost TP2. And on this retracement, we're going to look to stack more positions and add to our long position. So from this first trade, we've already taken 50% of our position out here. And I believe that was around 2.3 risk to reward. 2.2 on there, sorry. If you left that was the original TP1 at this high, at 2.3. But come this candle, I changed that to the candle body close to be the TP instead, just based on recent price action where it's just been missing our level recently, and we've had a few different instances where prices hit the candle body close but it's not taken out the actual highs. So just to protect against that, we took TPs at 2.2 or 2.15 instead of 2.3, so just a small difference there. That also happened on TP2, it just missed our level, but hopefully this should go up and get that. So yeah, we've closed 50% of this position out now. That was nice. That was yesterday's profits. Just waiting for that to come back, refill some of this fair value gap, and then we'll stack another position on there whilst this one is at stop loss to break even, like that. So looking for dollar weakness today, mainly dollar Swiss and pound USD. That's what we're waiting for. We'll see how this looks on the intraday. So that's been wiped out, that's been wiped out, that's been wiped out, that's been wiped out. Can delete these. What I'm doing here is I'm plotting the session ranges. So if you ever hear people talking about liquidity, you could literally mark out every single high and low on the graph and call it liquidity. But if you want to be more precise, you want to use the actual session highs and lows as your liquidity, as that's where the market looks to take out these certain levels. So pound dollar currently interacting with the low of Asia. Let's get these locked in place. Yeah, pound dollar is currently interacting with that Asian low. I've started putting the square around it recently. Gives it a good look. This is quite a large Asian range, to be honest. Let's check it out. Wow, this is like 100 pip Asian session. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. So with something like that, I wouldn't really expect the classic sweep dynamic. This is a trending Asian session to the downside. So with that, you would usually expect it to carry on trending. Maybe retrace a little bit, take out some previous liquidity, but then carry on trending, which supports our idea of this coming down. So that's good to know. Do we have any? We currently have this structure, but because this is a threat of a change of character after sweeping that, I'm not going to look to sell just yet. I'm going to wait for a bit more confirmation before I do that. Intraday, see what I've got going on here. Let me first of all shout out the stream. I've only really posted it on YouTube. Let me get the word out. What's going to be the topic of conversation today then? Let me know. Drop a comment. What's going to happen today in the charts? I think it should be a good day based on what happened yesterday. Quite easy to, well, I say easy to predict. Maybe the market makers know that too, and they want to see us wiped out. Yeah, same on EU. It's currently sweeping the Asian low. I'm not expecting it to have a Asian sweep based on the trend and the size of the Asian session, but you can't rule it out. It is currently sweeping it, so I'm not gonna take a sell through that. I'm gonna wait to see that break as confirmation. Get that on the big screen. Yeah, this this play on GU was fucking sick. Like, I was actually really proud of this. So we had our longs originally, right, where we were looking for the swing in the longs, and then we had a hedge to play it short as well. And we were saying there's two scenarios: either the long losers, so we hit the stop loss on the swing trade, and then the intraday trade makes money, or the intraday trade loses money and it pushes the swing in the right direction. What we didn't actually address was the possibility that the intraday trade hits TP1 and then we go stops to break even, and then price reverses before actually stopping out the long to then go up and hit TPs of the swing as well. So we literally made, like, I think it was like a few percent from this drawdown. It was like 2.5 RR, I think. We literally made money on the drawdown intraday. Price reversed and came up and hit our swing. So we never actually addressed the fact that both trades could win in the form of partial profits. Because the TP2 of this intraday would have actually took out the stop loss of the swing. But if we just hit TP1 on that and it reversed, then that's what happened. We made both. If you're wondering why all of my GU position is closed there, it's because my TP1 got hit at the level. I saw it reversing and I thought, you know what? I'm almost finished this funded challenge. I've made 18.5k. I need that last, like, less than 1%. Or actually, with the commissions and fees and stuff, I think I need like 1.5%. But yeah, you know how it is when you're near the end of a challenge. You thought, I'm not going to hold for fucking TP2 and TP3 in case price just reverses and hits stop loss or break even. Sorry. So I'm just going to close everything out there, and then likewise with the rest of the positions towards the end of this, I'm just going to play them to like TP1, or I might even pass it before the position gets to TP1, and I'll just close them out. So yeah, usually I wouldn't do this, but you know how it is when you're doing a on a funded challenge. When you're near the end of it, you just want to get that profit secured at like your TP1s because you're about to pass it basically. So yeah, I don't have the I've got no open trades, but I should have TP2 and TP3 for this GU position, but that's why I don't basically. So I closed all here. Could have held them, closed it all up there, and I probably would have passed by now. but that's just not the way the cookie crumbles. This one's coming down. We want it on the 71. I've already got my buy limit set. Likewise with USWIS. Could probably change USWIS to the 71 to be fair. And try not to be as greedy. I think I might do that. Just got a feeling that it's going to hit that 78.6 anyway, but it's better to get tagged in for a 4.3 than not tagged in at all. Which has been happening recently, hasn't it? Been coming so close. What account you doing, mate? Size? It's a 200k Alpha Capital group. I quite like them because they do raw spreads. Even though they do shag you on the commission, they do raw spreads, so you can kind of intraday trade on there a little bit better on the higher accounts. I see a lot of people having troubles with their KYC process though at the moment, which is a bit concerning. As soon as you request your payout, they want to fucking interview you, ask for your fucking, see your passport photo next to you, interrogate you on your strategy pretty much. Loads of like extra KYC stuff. Yes, I'm on a swing account, so it's 1 to 30 leverage. The swing trades are no problem. It means I can hold them overnight and over the weekend. The intraday trades, sometimes it's not letting me open the full position. Like there was one of the trades on here which I'm pretty sure if I placed the whole thing by now it would have passed, but it was one of these trades where I had to just open half the lots that I wanted to because I couldn't open the full lots. I already had 16 lots open. I wanted to open like another 64 and I couldn't. So I think I had to not open more trades because of the leverage. That's the only bad thing I would say so far that I've experienced. Can you trade news on a swing? Depends what you mean by trading news, mate. 'Cause I know like prop firms have different rules about news. It's not as scary as you think. It doesn't mean that like you have to close your trades before any news. What they mainly mean by trading news in terms of prop firms is if you open your trade like within 3 minutes of the news hitting and then close it after the news candle, like, that's trading news. Like, if you're swing trading, you can't avoid trading news because you're holding trades open for several days. There's going to be news like during your trades. When they say like you can't trade news, it means like if you place that position solely to capitalize on the price action of news. Yeah, 2 minutes before, 2 minutes after. Yeah, they give you like a time window of the news event. Yeah, with swing trading, like you can't avoid that. You can't just like fucking close out your position before news. That's kind of how you make your money. Like the news candles will push it in your direction. Like you see here, this candle, like those are news candles. and they're the ones that actually make you money. It's only if you're like fucking gambling and full lot in an intraday trade there, just because you know news is coming and stuff like that, that's when they've got a problem, because it's not really trading, it's just straight gambling. Check on these. So yeah, I really just want to wait for that risk to get mitigated and see this level close beneath. Or if we do have that sweep, I need that level gone. So we'll see. I've been paid out from Alpha. No, this is my first time using Alpha, so I can't say I've been paid out from them. I've only really just got back into prop firms, to be honest. I had like $1 million in funding at one point, and then the whole industry got shaken up, and like half of them shut down. The other half just decided, yeah, fuck it, it's not even worth running anymore. All the accounts got took off us. Didn't really get like recovered from like I said, like TFT just took your accounts off you and gave you a coupon to fucking buy them back. Like Cortana, all the fucking ones that allowed HFT, they just basically rug pulled and just stopped paying out. Act like they're still a prop firm. That's what you want to be careful of with a lot of firms. So I haven't really gone all in on prop firm for after that happened, which was probably about a year ago now, maybe just less than a year. I decided, you know what, fuck it, build up my personal capital, and just focused on that. But the industry seems to have gotten a little better in terms of prop firms, so I'm back onto them. And then I'll do the same as I did before, just stack up some accounts, get some payouts from them, and then rather than like trying to compound your funding and like get profits from a 100k account and use it to buy 200k, just keep that 100k account and keep it getting payouts, because you fall into the trap of compounding something that's not a long-term business model, and you just reinvest your profits into more costs, and then the whole thing gets shut down. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'll get this 200k off capital, and then I'm not going to buy another one. Go with a different firm. Alright, that's posted everywhere. You link your accounts together and place all the same trades on them. No, I find that that's not a good thing to do. It sounds like the right thing to do because, like, if you win on all accounts. But with the practicality of payouts, it's a lot better to stagger them. And say you've got 100k with FTMO and 100k with Alpha Capital. A better thing to do would be trade your Alpha Capital group, get in a little bit of profit, wait for that period that you can get paid out on, and then while you're waiting for the payout on one of them, trade the other one. And then you kind of have a cycle like that where one of them's trading, one of them's in profit and waiting for a payout. I find that's the best way to trade them because, yeah, otherwise, yeah, you double up on your wins, but you also double up on your losses as well. And by having two accounts, you can sort of secure payouts quicker. I know it's not quicker, but it's sort of like it's like, imagine you were playing fucking, what's that game? What's that TV show? Imagine you're on the fucking weakest link and you've racked up a little bit of money and then you bank it and now it's in the bank. And all you've got to do is wait for that payout, however long, like usually 30 days, and then you can withdraw it. Whereas if you just get carried away and just trade on every single one of your accounts at all times, like it's not over trading, but it kind of is over trading. Like, you've got an opportunity to stagger your trading, so it's a lot smarter to trade them separate. Let's check in on this. So I plot all the sessions. These can go a bit too far down. Session range. Session range. How did I do that? Put a box around Asia. And now, yeah, we really just want to see, is this going to have a change of character or is it going to carry on in our direction? Ideally it does this, but based on this you can't rule out this, so we'll see. I want to see that low breakout. Same thing. Smartest thing to do with your payouts build up a personal account from them. Like, there's this desire as a trader to get $1 million in funded challenges, and I've been there and I've done it, and it didn't work out well for me when the fucking whole funded account industry fell on its arse and I lost all my accounts. So I would avoid that one. I would avoid compounding funded accounts and just reinvesting your profits into them. Like, if I use that money to just build up my own trading pot, and then all of the 10% and 5% that you made in the challenge phases, you can actually make on your own accounts as well, and you can trade with more than fucking 1% and 0.5% risk per trade. Then yeah, it's a lot better than fucking just wasting it on funded challenges, isn't it? Like, if you've got like 200k, 400k worth of funding, like, that is really all you need. Anything more than that is kind of greedy. Like, even if you make 2 or 3% on a 200k account a month, 3% on a funded account, 200k, $6,000 a month. Use that to build up your own pot, rather than trying to fucking become a millionaire in fake funded capital. So if you make 3% a month on a 400k of funding, you're on 12k a month, and you can do a lot more than that. But the thing is, when you're on funded accounts, you're always a bitch to the prop firm. Like, they can deny your payouts if they want to. They can say you've broke these rules, and then all of a sudden it's gone. So it's not actually your money. What you want to do to really scale, and the next step, is build up your actual account with your own money, that no one can tell you broke this rule, all that sort of stuff. And then the next step is diversify. So I have multiple strategies trading, which is where I'm at now. I've got algorithmic strategies that will trade as well as me manual trading. Got a few different manual trading strategies, and that's how you start to operate like a fund, where you've got a pot of funds and it's diversified strategy to strategy. Because, you know, you could have a bad week of trading, but your algos have fucking killed it, or your algos could have a shit week of trading and you fucking killed it. So it sort of acts as a hedge, and that's literally what a hedge fund is. What broker would you recommend? It's kind of tough to say. I don't really want to say, because they all fucking change. Do you know what I mean? There has been some good ones. They're shaking up a lot at the moment. Axie just lost the ability to make new 1 to 500 leverage accounts for UK clients, which is a massive fucking change. Vantage might follow suit with that, because they're also FCA regulated. So Axie and Vantage were your UK brokers that had tier 1 regulation, so they were the top two, but now FCA is putting some pressure on them to change it up. So you can still trade on Axie, but you can only use a 1 to 30 leverage account. Vantage, the other FCA regulated one, they're alright, but again, if that's just happened on Axie, then it might just happen on Vantage. So you've got to wait and see. So because of how up in the air it is at the moment, I don't want to say like the best ones. See what works for you. Also depends what pair you trade as well. Like, if you're a US 30 trader, you can't really use Vantage or Axie. I think Vantage allow it in like 0.1 multiples. Axie and other brokers won't let you trade indices unless you're trading them in like 1 lot multiples, which is just fucking impossible. But yeah, at the moment, I'd say Vantage are probably the top UK broker, for the fact that they've got tier 1 regulation, and they provide 1 to 500 leverage accounts. which, you know, in a couple of weeks' time might be a non-existent thing anymore to have both of those things, based on what we've just seen at Axie. Yeah, I think what I'll do, I originally had this at the 78.6. I might change that down to 71 for an entry. If we are analysing it from this high, and we're at that 78.6, something tells me that probably lines up with the 71 of this. Yeah, kind of. Probably got a psych level in there. 913 is at the top. 913 has been a popular psychological level. It's only a little bit off that fucking 78.6 though. Alright, okay, so these are broke beneath, that's lovely. That's what we wanted. Now we might have some intraday action. GU's coming down to 71. I might just change my U Swiss to 913 instead of 71, because it is picking up some momentum. That 913 level has been key. Let's change that. Edit. Modify order 913. Bosh. Modify order 913. Bosh. Cool. It's only like a one pip change. But you know, we've been fucking getting one pip off our entries recently, so every little helps. Okay, so what we're looking for here, we've broke the Asian low. Asia was trending. It's likely that we will trade lower on the intraday. So 2-minute EMA looks good. Lower lows and lower highs on both GU and EU. Line them up. Is that short or sell limit? If you mean the short on USWIS, yeah, this is sell limit. So is this. GU is a buy limit, USWIS is a sell limit. We've got this breaker structure. This is your substructure, classic ABC. That's broke beneath as well. That gives us confirmation of a bearish bias. So now we're just playing on wave structure and fib retracements, as well as using things like fair value gaps and order blocks within the wave to mark out areas of inefficiency to see where price is likely to retrace to, catch yourself from, and then take the trade down. This is valid within our trading range, which is set by the overall daily trend down here. So as long as we trend down here within the line, we're fine. If not, we can always cut it short as soon as we meet the opposing trading range. So yeah, that's what we're looking for right now on a sort of swing trade. Right now, in terms of London, this is what we're looking for. Fast money. Fast money. Pardon me, loaded upstream. Right, so EU's pulling back, GU's also pulling back. Out of these two, GU looks nicer because it's actually tapping the EMA. EU would probably be lower spreads. Yeah, by a fraction. So that being said, if we really wanted to, you can take both of them. Just understand that you're basically risking, let's say you put 2% on both, 1% on both of them, you're essentially risking 2% on the idea. So if you want to risk 1% per trade, you should really put 0.5% on each, because it's the same trade idea that's happening, with them being highly correlated. $3.25, $3.28. EU will be lower spread as well. Price it up 6.5 pips. $6.5 pips on EU. Spread is currently 2 ticks. $29.8 lots. Something here. That needs to go down one. That needs to go up one. That needs to go up one. And that needs to go up one. 7.5 pips on GU. 6.5 pips on EU. I think that's just because I've not marked it right, to be fair. Looks better. 6.5 pips. So we want this. Nice and simple, nice and easy. 5 o'clock. I'm going to smash a Red Bull. Run out. Fuck's sake. Right, so we want a rejection of this 61.8. That's what we're after. Depending on if we get a rejection off the 71, then we can look to enter off the 78.6 as well. So we'll see. GU isn't reacting as high. GU is reacting off this previous support, using that as resistance. So just wait and see, give it a few minutes. What we're thinking about this one, it aligns up with everything that we've been saying. So GU EU bearish for intraday, come down, fill the imbalance. Kind of knew this would happen today. Just about waiting on it, see if we actually get the entry. Let me grab that. I wish I could play music in this thing, but it's fucking YouTube, innit? Get taken down. And then you can't clip it for anything. Load of bollocks. I'm gonna smoke another one. Right, so coming up, we haven't quite rejected that area, by the way. We've got a shooting star, bearish engulfing, which is also a tweezer top, but it's not from the 70. It's not from the 61.8. So let's see about the next candle. The EMA on GU is closer, and it has tapped closer as well each time. Yeah, this again is rejecting this previous, what was support is now acting as resistance here. Got a bullish engulfing over that previous price. Let's view it on the 1 minute. GU's at the level. It's EU that I'm after. That's the setup on EU, sorry. GU 7.5 pips. 6 tick stop at the moment. No, it's fluctuating, call it a 5 pip stop, so that would really be 8 pips on GU. 25 lots for GU if I want to take that one. That is some rejection. Got a bearish candle. I might set a sell limit on EU now. 29.8 pips. 29.8 lots, sorry. EU, new order, sell limit. Sell limit. Raw, please, down a pipe. Entry. Stop. Buying out. Just need to add my pip on my tip, my spreads. 2 ticks. Yes, please. So, like I said at the start of this, because I am just 1.5% away from passing this phase 1, I'm only going to place TP1 on these trades. But if you're not, and if I wasn't, I'd be placing the full TP1, TP2 and TP3 if necessary. It's purely because I'm about to pass. So there you go. Right, EU, I'm in my sell limit. Let me send this one out to the VIP. EURUSD sell limit. Bosh. Entry. Bosh. SL. Bosh. TP1. TP2. And that is a 3.3. I'll trade. There we go. Right, we just wait for this to tag in. Rejections are strong from that 61, from that previous support. So it might just wick up and hit that. It's a fair value gap on the 5 minute. I think that's just being filled. Yeah, so 5 minute candles still look quite like they've got a little bit more to go. This would have been the entry on GU, if you wanted to take that one. You can see GU wicked through the 78.6. EU should follow suit and go at least above that to the 71. If you want to take a retest to the 71, I'll leave that there to show you. what I could do, if it's not tagged in yet, I don't think you can modify the volume, can you now? What I can do is thinking about entering half on this and half on the EU. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. GU water. $21, is that right? That's selling off. $21.96. Half on that. These levels. SL. TP. We'll go pending sell limit. What did I have on this? 14.9, half of that. Those were my same levels. So place that, get rid of this one. Might be a bit too late. But I'm now half on GU, half on EU. It's my TP on GU. $21.60. Yeah, that's right. EU. Check my TPs. I want to go here. Yeah, I was right. Cool. So I'm half in both. See if this one retests. Send this one to the VIP as well. This one is a 3.27. Cool. So GU's pulled back quite quicker than EU. And get that back on the 50. Not sure why the level's changed. Keep it where it was. I think that was based on the 1 minute. GU's more likely to tag in, I think, at this point. If we would have just took that GU to start with, would already be in. It might not come back. That's annoying. Took the wrong one. Should have took GU. Limits are still active until this level's hit. And EU, I would probably cancel those limits now. Now that we've took that lower body out. Let me do that. EU short. Take my limits off. Keep the GU ones on. Try to get the next wave. So I guess we wait to see if GU taps us back in or not. Gives us another chance. Could have got into that at the start as well, but we were hoping that EU would have that same push. But EU only came back to not even the 61. Very bearish. See if GU tags us. Put GU in chat instead of EU. Oh shit, I did, yeah. Fuck. EU cancel limits. Cheers, bro. I did reply it to the EU limits, but I did say GU. Alright, see if this one comes back for us. We should have a decent way to come. Like this imbalance needs filling in. So today should be good for just fucking trading that lower. Bread and butter stuff, if you know what you're doing. See what this one's messing around with. That's at the 61. I wouldn't stack another one on that until it makes a lower low. So see what it does. Just remembered I only had half on that. Ooh, did I just... yeah. I only had half on that sell limit, didn't I? So now that EU's gone, I can place the full 25 lots if this does retap. Right, so what we can do here, this is a double bottom, so it's not a new low, so therefore you wouldn't take the fib from this high to this low, you would still consider it as this high to this low. We can see that that's tapping the 61 perfect. What we could think to do here is wait for another rejection and maybe plot a trade from the 61 with stops above that 78.6 fib. So if we give it like a pip above, that's a pretty sensible trade. We just want to wait again for a new set of confirmations. So if we plot from the 50 to the 61.8, this area, and we look for rejections from that zone, this is now another valid setup of that trend. Looks like this GU might be coming to tag us back in again. See what happens there. This will be a 4.7 pip position on EU. Spreads are sort of free then. Got it 2 tick when it's steady. On this challenge I might just trade with half risk, to be fair. only need another 1.5%. Trade half risk. Might regret that. I wouldn't have that to have been a full trade. Right, I think, is that going to be tagged in? Should tag in soon. Come on. We want that to tag us in. The EMA is acting as resistance at the moment. And then we'll see if we get rejections to enter this one. Oh. That's not a rejection. Is this going to tag us in? This is still valid, by the way, because it hasn't taken out that next low. So entering from here is the same as entering from here. Still got stops above the high. Is that tagged in? Yeah, right. Okay, that's just tagged in for GU. Hasn't tagged in on my trading view, but perfectly tapped in on my MT5. See what happens. We're expecting it to drop. This could be another play on EU. If we get a rejection. Two 1 minute rejections or one 2 minute rejection. Just 2 minutes worth of rejection basically. Okay, that's tagged in on GU. Retested that 78, the 71. Not getting rejected on this currently. Not too keen on the EU setup, to be honest. I never really like going off the 61 with stops above 78.6, but it was looking kind of bearish. But this set of candles isn't giving me much hope with that. Could go back to the original 71. Yeah, I think if this closes, we'll go off the 71 and have stops above the high. Yeah, okay, that's a sell limit. So we're in this, and then we're going to be in this as well. 6.6 pips on EU. let's get these levels. EU trade pending sell limit lots entry stop TP. I'm just going to go TP1 as mentioned. Why? Gosh, I got that on. Send out to the VIP. USD sell limit. Bosh. That's tagged in. That one's breaking higher, to be honest. This might be an L. It's broke above that EMA, used it as support, pushed higher. It might just be taking out early sellers, but then again it might just be coming back in that Asia range. It was a little bit too predictable. We're in EU and GU shorts. Let's see. Let it run. Both valid. Both valid setups. Not scared. We ain't scared. Ain't scared around here. So prices just met up with that FVG. Might be why it's getting a bit of a bounce. Yeah, we'll see what happens. What we're saying, people, we're winning or losing. Kind of thought this one was going to lose, you know. But the move for the day seems super obvious. But sometimes when it feels too obvious, the market makers know where your stops are and they'll come absolutely destroy them. Pump some market in to push it the other way, take all your liquidity, pump money into the brokers, into the market, and laugh at you. So I was expecting this to be a losing day, to be honest. I've had a lot of winning days in a row. Took a lot of wins this month. So law of averages has to catch up with you sometime, doesn't it? Currently up 9%, just over 9% on this challenge. This is a 200k Alpha Capital Group challenge. As you can see from the equity, we're up 18k in the past 15 days. Today might be the day that I pass. If I've been a bit quiet, I'm building a fucking IKEA shelf in the background. Just keeping an eye on it now. I see it dropping. I only need to make until this reaches 20 grand or 220 grand, and then I can actually just close out early. But if you're watching this and you've took the positions, I would probably use my original TP1 and TP2 if I didn't have this challenge to pass. So that's how we're looking on the two trades. Hopefully we'll keep selling off. That's the thing with trading though, even on the trades that you think, oh, this one's going to be a winner, you kind of expect it to lose. And the ones that you think, oh, this one's not as good, it might lose, sometimes they can be good wins. Lesson is, the market doesn't give a fuck if you think that it's going to win or not. It doesn't give a fuck about your feelings, don't care if you've got money on the line that you can't afford to lose. Shit like that. Like, the market is emotionless. So you got to realise that when you're thinking this is going to happen, you're mainly thinking with emotion, versus you need to just fucking follow the rules that you have in place and you'll be alright. CM, hi mate, thanks for joining us. Yes, if you go on my YouTube profile on the actual videos section instead of live section, you'll see a few videos explaining my strategy. This is my intraday strategy. So you want to look for the videos that have the fucking clickbait thumbnails like making thousands of dollars in 30 minutes. Like all those are this strategy where you trade in the London session intraday. And then I've also got swing trading, day trading strategies where I'll do my sniper Sundays. But yeah, the ones that have the thumbnails where it's saying like making thousands of dollars within a few minutes, that's this strategy. So as you can see, we're trading on the 1 minute time frame, anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minute. So you can really make some good 3 to 4 hour trades within like 2 hours most times. So yeah, go check them out. Do you find a setup 3 or 5 days a week with this? It kind of depends on the market, mate. To be honest, there's been a lot of setups this week because of the Trump inauguration. So the market's been moving a lot. Other weeks you might not find as many. But yeah, in general, I'd say this strategy gets like 3 to 5 trades a week, especially when you trade in both EU and GU at the same time. I'm in Hawaii and trade similarly. Excited to dig into my videos. No worries, mate. Yeah, no worries. Let's see how this one plays out today. The live sessions is something I'm only going to do for a couple of months. So I've started doing lives start of 2025. Been doing them for a couple of weeks. It's gone really well, showing everyone that I actually do trade. Unlike a lot of these people in the industry that are just fucking trying to sign you up to something and get a commission, but they actually haven't got a fucking clue what they're doing. So good that I can show people that, but obviously it's a bit too good of a service to be running for free forever, so there will come a point where these stop and are limited to the VIP members only. Likewise, the VIP at the minute is only 200 quid. pretty reasonable that anyone can access that. You know, it's a fucking night out if you go as hard as me. But again, that'll be increasing in future as well, so get in now while you can, because it's probably going to go up to about 500 quid sometime this year. You know, inflation shit. Yeah, I think this one might reverse, to be fair. Still valid. Not scared, but just thinking. It did make that double bottom that kind of needs to be taken out, but then I've stopped at a double top as well, so just got to see what happens. This is the thing like with trading, like just follow your strategy and you'll be fine. You might lose sometimes. It's not the fucking end of the world, it's just a loss. You're only losing 1% when you do, and you're making like 3 or 4% when you don't. So it's all factored in. If you start getting scared and closing out your open positions, then you're just fucking up your edge. And that's the point of having an edge, is you don't have to think, you just follow it. Do you have a course? I'm putting together a course at the moment, and I'm going to give most of it away for free, to be fair. I'm going to make a video, well, I am making a video course. I've got the first 2 chapters done. Just trying to find the time to make the rest of it. But yeah, I'll be bringing a course out. At the moment, I've just got the VIP group where you basically, at the moment, get a mentorship from me where you can just ask me anything and I'll tell you. And I break down everything that I'm doing, send you all my trades to learn from. But then in the course, it'll be more focused on mindset, back testing, making your trading plan, that sort of stuff, which is super important. Even though you know a strategy, for most people it's not enough to actually be profitable. You need to actually have a plan for how you're going to implement it. Bosh! Might not have hit my TP yet, but I've put together a full set of shelves from IKEA. It's the little things in life. Got my desk to do next. Bosh! Well, that's my TP done for the day. Where we at? 18.7. I don't even need this to hit TP1, I don't think. I think this will make the 10% on the way there. Would you say it's more mechanical? Mate, this is a very mechanical strategy. I prefer mechanical strategies all the way. Right, I'm at 219. I need this to hit 220. Yeah, I prefer mechanical strategies all the way, mate. If you think about an axis from left to right, with left being completely mechanical and right being outlaw, where you have no rules and it is just all subjection, most people think that you want to be like as far to the left as possible, where you're just a purely rules-based system. That's not exactly true. You'll probably be somewhere like 80 to 90% to the left of that axis, where you are mostly mechanical, but you have that little element of subjectiveness, where you actually have to critically think, do I take this trade or not, following the rules. It can't all just be rules and just following lines on a chart. There has to be some element of that, so that is what I teach. You can see all the rules from my strategy, but in terms of like how to use it, when to use it, the bounds of the trading range and all that stuff, that's where having access to me directly really brings in the value. But yeah, any strategy that isn't that, like, you're not going to find success with it. If it is like mostly subjectiveness, you're never going to find an edge with that long term. Right, I'm coming up to passing this. Just need it to drop a little bit. 219,800. It's edging me. 219,850 I saw there. Come on. Keep dropping. 220. Bosh. Ah! 219,813. Are you fucking joking me? What do I do here then? $200 off, boys. Look at the fucking commissions on that. I've made 21 and I've only got fucking that much left. Right, I'm gonna have to think what I want to do here. Should have probably left it running a little bit. Should have probably left that running, but yeah, it's coming back up. Right. That's dropping. This isn't really a smart place to just re-enter. I'll probably just gamble some 1-to-1s and try and make $200. Oof. Look at that. I fucked myself, haven't I? Could have just left it running. $200. $200 off passing with that. What do I do now then? You're about to see some real degenerate shit go down. At this level, by the way, let's go stop loss to break even. If you're not about to pass your challenge. With this one, I'd go here on these double bottoms. Alright, what lots did I have on EU? If I just basically keep that trade running. EU, I had 14.7 lots. Okay, let's go 10 lots on EU and try. I'll go GU. 10 lots on GU. No, what was it on GU? History. 12 and right. I'll do 10 lots on GU. No, I don't know. Probably EU actually, because this is hitting that level. EU. I'm going to basically play it as if I'm keeping the trade open, but with half the risk. So EU, I had 14.7 lots, so I can open a 7 lot sell. Market execution, 7 lots, and we'll go SL to BE. I'll try wait for it to pull back a little bit first. Saw it hit 20 bags, didn't I? Got excited and fucking closed out before it wicks me back. But right, looking at this, GU's hit the candle body bottom. EU should do the same. Let me just call out this at break even for the VIP, and then we'll get back to me. So GBP USD set SL to BE running risk free. Cool. EU. What are these saying on the dailies? They're coming up to that point. I think GU should keep falling off a little bit. It's got a lot to retrace and it's not actually hit the 61 yet, so maybe I do look to continue on GU. That being said, EU should probably be in the same boat, right? Yeah, EU's got a gap to fill. take the fib from that candle. So that's 61. And back GU if we take just the candle. Yeah, so that's 61 as well. Right, I'm going to use my logic from my intraday strategy because that's the one that's relevant right now. We should probably just get back in EU because this isn't at SL to BE yet. So the trade should be cool. 7 lots. Let's go SL to BE now. Straight away. Couple ticks. Fill or kill. Bosh. Right, I'm back in EU. It's got to make like $200. You watch, I'm gonna fuck this one up again and close it earlier on. But yeah, basically I've entered SL to BE with half of the position, already closing half out. So this year so far in the first couple of weeks we've made 21k. Probably should be more to be fair because I would have held further than closing these early as well. Do I trade GJ? No, I don't trade GJ. I've had my run-ins with GJ in the past where I would trade it and I just don't trade it anymore. I don't like it. I find that any yen pairs are not good to trade if you're using wave structure. They will often just take out highs and lows and trend in a direction against price action. So yeah, I don't trade any yen pairs. I always get asked that question as well, by the way. Do you trade UJ? Do you trade GJ? I feel like everyone gets excited by trading those pairs because they can have some wild moves. But more often than not, those wild moves go against you and you don't actually want that. You'd rather have something more stable like GU and EU, which, yeah, you might find it a little bit boring because you don't see like huge spikes in price like on the yen pairs. But it just makes it a lot easier. And if you check the spreads of trading the yen pairs as well, you'll find that trading them is a lot less efficient than trading like your majors that have low spreads. Now, I don't know whether I should even keep all my limits on when I'm at this point. Not actually sure if I should. Don't want them to get tagged in and just put me in more drawdown. So I might take them off and put them on a different account. Oh, that's not even taking them off. I forgot taking the stop off. So yeah. Right now it's just end game. I've taken all the pieces. I'm just trying to fucking checkmate. Just got to make this last fucking 0.25%. Well, at least I've got my shelf. Put some nice things in there. Nice to know my engineering degree is getting put to use. Bit of a shit design though, if you ask me. So price is interacting with the EMA again. We had the resistance from it here. We're still now making lower lows and lower highs, so hopefully this pushes back down. See what happens. Euro GBP, the stop loss is still active. Sorry, not Euro GBP, fucking Euro USD. And then GU, we now have stops at break even on this, because we've hit our previous low. So this one is running risk free no matter what. Yeah, don't get scared when you're in a trade and it's moving against you. Like, it's just natural the way the market moves. So don't let the fluctuations scare you. Right, we're coming into that territory. Coming into that territory again. I want to see it get to like fucking a little bit above 20k. So I don't do all that shit again. Let's see, it kind of just needs to break that low. If this meets a new low, I reckon that's it. The first ever video on my channel, no, that's my swing strategy, and I've since improved it since then as well. You want to watch the Sniper Sundays that I do now. That's my latest swing strategy. A bit of day trading in there as well, and I kind of recap my intraday positions. The videos on my channel which explain my intraday strategy, let me find the names of them for you now. So if you go to videos, and then you see how I made $18,000 trading Forex in 7 days, that'll be a recap of this strategy. So I've pretty much done that again in this past week as well. I might make a video on this, $21,000. And then another one, this strategy made me $2,400 in just 74 minutes. That again is this strategy. And then I've got another one, the best day trading strategy of 2024. That is this strategy again. So yeah, there's free like full length videos dedicated to this strategy. They're only a few minutes long because it is just showing you the entry model, not like everything about the strategy. Because I know I do give away a lot of free, but come on, I'm not stupid. Like, there is stuff that I still keep for the paid stuff. So yeah, VIP is pretty cheap. VIP is £200. With that, you basically get access to me every day with your trading, and then all the trades that I take across all time frames, as well as access to our VIP lounge, which is the group full of all of our traders where you can network with everyone, ask questions, build a community together, try to get as many people's funded accounts passed as possible and get everyone on their way to full-time trading. But yeah, those are the 3 videos you want to explain this strategy that I'm using right here, the one that's done all this. It's got about, I always say it's got about a 50% win rate. You've got to bear in mind that I take like 2 positions in one, so like that's one trade, that's one trade, that's one trade, and then these 3, when I use free TPs, I like one trade. So sometimes if I hit TP1, you actually see that I've got 2 losses and a win, whereas I just class that as a win. You know, you can clearly see it's a win, but if you take the like stats of an account that I trade on, because this is classed as 2 losses and a win on paper, the win rate would be off. But I say I've got about a 50% win rate, and my risk to reward is like at least 3 every single time. So it's a pretty good strategy. So yeah, there you can see, like I said, that just wanted to come up and react with that EMA once again. The fact that it's rejected off of that is a good sign for us. So if you was here about 10 minutes ago, you remember price was here and I said don't worry, just needs to retest that EMA. like it did here, and we're back on our way down. Right, let's check the numbers. We're back to this shit again. So I'm gonna let it get like below this low and then close out. Get a few couple $100 above that 20k. VIP lifetime, yeah. So we've got lifetime access currently £199, and then we've got monthly subscription for £50. So one or the other. So you can either join on a monthly, get a feel of it first. If you like it, pay with lifetime, or you can just join with lifetime. So yeah, two options. We'll make a Discord server soon. Got a few other traders that we can have putting signals out as well for people that like more volume. Different ways to look at the market as well always helps. Not just any old traders, these are like solid guys that I trust. And I know that they've got good results like me, so can expand the team, get more value for everyone. We'll also do like stocks and shares call outs and some crypto plays and stuff like that. Some match betting stuff to just really add more value in there. Right, let's judge this when we need to close. So $80 left. Can you transition monthly? Yeah, of course you can, mate. If you want to start monthly, see how it goes from the inside and then change to lifetime, that's perfectly fine. Alright, let's see this fall off. I realised I only opened back 0.25% on this, not 0.5%, because I originally entered 0.5% EU, 0.5% GU, didn't I? So by opening half of what I was in on EU, I'm only in like 0.25% right now. My logic was I've closed them out at where I made the 20k, and then the fucking commissions on the lot sizes took like $200 off. So I'm just trying to, if you've only just joined, I've just passed this challenge, and then by closing the trade it charged the commission, so now I just need to make like $200 back. But come this point, closed out, needed to make $200, so I thought let it retrace a bit and place like half of the trade back on, set my stops to break even on it. So worst case, I've already closed and realized profit on half the trade, and then the second half is kind of running stop loss to break even. So no matter what, I've made money on this trade realistically. even if this does come back and hit the stop loss, it will close out for less of a loss than this made on the win. So it's a smart play. I'm just trying to make $200 to get this challenge over the line, basically. I think if this breaks the low it just created, we should be on our way there. We're on the 1 minute though, so hard to say. If we check on the 5 minute, yeah, we should keep falling off. It's just making like candle highs to wick down. Time is good. We've got 1 hour 30 minutes till New York Open, so we shouldn't have any like drastic change of characters right now. Which video would you recommend to watch that best covers your strategy? If you're after this strategy, I mentioned the free videos, which were like, I made $18,000 trading in 7 days. That one will cover it. The one before that and the one before that as well. They're all like clickbaity titles, like I made X thousand dollars in X amount of days. Those ones all cover this strategy. I mean, it's not bullshit. Like I'll show you. Like this one's made 21,000 in the last two since the 6th. So like in 15 days, this one's made 21k. But yeah, all the ones with titles like that cover this strategy. You can also find on my social medias, I do some breakdowns of it. I've just separated my personal from my trading Instagram. I used to have it all on one. My personal social medias are like CallumHurst_, as you can see on my name on YouTube, CallumHurst_. But I've just made some brand new pages on Instagram and TikTok called CH Trading Clips, where all of these lives and all my long format videos, I'll basically clip those into like 2 minute long bits of all the educational stuff that I go over, and then all those will be posted on those pages as well. Alright, let's see where we're at. Back in profit. Bless you. Good candle. That's what we want. Making a lower high, sorry. Right. That puts us over 20k. If I close this, am I going to have passed? Right, I think that was a stop loss break even level. Let's see. Bosh! There we go. 20k made from a 200k. And we've done it from the 6th to the 21st. So we've done that in 15 days. Past that. Using 1% risk per trade. And my intraday strategy plus my day trading strategy as well. So if you want to see those, if you want to learn those, they're on my YouTube, and I also clip them on my social medias as well. Ben says, I took the GU trade on my 10k FTMO as well, now 4% up. Yes, Ben, that's what we want. So, good stuff. Today's been a good day. I think this is alert on GU. Bosh, right, that's hit TP1. GU, yeah, so take half out there. That's 2.36R made. I'm going to post that in the VIP group now. and then the last 50% will make 3.3R. So yeah, let me post this for the VIP, little update, like that. And EU is now stop loss to break even because we've hit the last lows. So on EU, you can set your stops to break even now and have that running risk free, and that's almost approaching TP1 as well. Well in today, lads. TP1 was 2.3. And this one is SL to BE. Yeah, cool. Let me know. Let me know if you took that trade. GU's coming down to TP2, risk free. EU's now risk free, still yet to TP1. Today, I've just closed out about 3k, so another 3,000. Puts me at 21k profit. 20k made in 15 days. So far, we're running these lives, everything on live as well. So I can clip that, make a little mini series out of it, passing 200k funded account live. Nothing to hide. Most people chat shit when they say they can trade, but I'll do it live for you because I do it full time anyway. So might as well go live, eh? But yeah, congrats if you got in on that. I guess now we just wait to see if GU will hit TP2 to close out for more profit, and same for EU. So if you do want to join the VIP group, drop me a message. You can either join on a £49 a month membership or £199 lifetime. That is going to go up pretty soon. We've got like 30 people in at the moment. I think once it gets to 40, up the price a little bit. Once it gets to 50, up the price a little bit, and hold it there. Think of it as like an early access type thing. But yeah, like I said at the start of the live, we weren't like super confident on these trades, but it doesn't matter because they were valid. So it doesn't matter what you think about the trade. Like if it doesn't look right to you, but it still fits your criteria, then it's a trade. And if you've got like a, let's say 50% win rate, for example, and it's a valid trade setup, it doesn't matter if you like the look of it or you don't like the look of it, or you feel anxious about the trade, or you're really confident that this one's going to win. If you just risk the same amount every single trade on a 50% win rate, using the same risk per trade, half of them's going to win, half of them's going to lose. You've got the numbers in terms of how much you make when you win and how much you lose when you lose. And that's a mechanical, proper trading strategy that will make you money. What fucks most people up is they're like, oh, I don't really like that trade, so I'm not going to take it. If I did that with this trade, I wouldn't have taken either of them. And then the other trades that you're like, oh, I'm really confident about this one, I'm going to put 2% on it instead of 1%. That one might lose, and you're just fucking up your edge. So learn a strategy that works, practice it so that you know when it actually appears and you can use it in the markets, and then just stick to your trading plan, and that's it. And that's how you become a full-time trader. I don't know why people overcomplicate it. Just takes time. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm fucking 8 years deep into trading, sat here where I am today. It's not something that just happens overnight, but we stick to it and it happens, lads. Right, I think we can call it there, to be fair, guys. 15 minutes left of what I was going to do. I think this one's probably going to hit TP2. I'll call out in the VIP group when it does. See what happens with this one. Stops are at break even now anyway, so it's completely risk free. Doesn't matter what happens. It's not a loss. So yeah, great day on the charts, really. Right now we've banked that 2.37%, and we're in a position where we literally can't lose money. So no matter what, today we've made money. It's wrapping up my trading session here. So yeah, if you want to learn more about my strategy, I'd say best way is drop me a message, get yourself inside the VIP group. If you don't want to fork out £49 a month or £200 for the lifetime, we do have a free group where we post one free trade every single week. So the first trade of the week that I'll post for free inside the free group as if you're in the VIP, and then for the rest of the week all my normal trades just get posted in the VIP. So get that for £199 lifetime while you can, while it's still at that price. Have a look at some of my other videos. A few people have asked like what's the best video to watch this strategy on. This particular strategy, which is the intraday strategy, so trading on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. If you look on my videos and you see like the clickbaity ones that like how I made $18,000 in 7 days, how I made $7,000 in just an hour, and those ones, there's 3 of them back to back. Those are the ones that I made about this strategy, as well as all the other lives. So if you go on my page and look on the live videos, you can skip through those and see where I've analysed the setup, where I've taken the setup live, and where I've took the profits live as well. So I'm going to clip all of those and put them on social media as well. I've just made a new account on TikTok and Instagram to separate it from my personal. That will be at CH Trading Clips. So go check that one out. They'll have like no followers at the moment, so I've just made them, but it's me. At CH Trading Clips. My personal socials at CallumHurst_. You can check those out. But yeah, I'd say if you do want to learn trading and trade like this, the best way you can do it is hop inside the VIP signals and analysis group. It's not just a signals group where I punch a bunch of numbers in. It's an analysis group where I'll show you my setup beforehand, give you the numbers, give you the updates, talk you through the strategy, and you can network with everyone else in that group as well. It's not just like a Telegram channel, it's a community where you can network with all the other traders too. So yeah, again, we've made money today. I've just passed from the challenge, 200k turned into 220k. You can see here we've made $21,000 in the last 2 weeks, which is pretty good. So yeah, without further ado, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Drop me a message if you want to follow up with anything else, and have a good one, guys.